Now, nothing beats a bag of chips.
Excited.
Yeah, so it being World French Fries Day. It's World French Fries.
Who'd have thought?
World French Fries. Listen,
French
I'll
fries.
take World Anything Day when
It's
it
only
is.
World French Fries Day in Graignamanagh, but anyway.
And right here in the
And
Iron
Ballymount.
studio. Exactly.
Edward Hayden is here, mate. Oh, World French Fries Day.
Alan,
Mother
stop
God.
giving out. We're getting fish and
not
chips.
You're getting a few
on.
chips for your breakfast.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Edward,
So it's
crack
posh
on.
fish and
What
chips.
have we got?
Yeah, it's relatively posh fish and chips. That's what I'm going to call it anyway. Lots going on this morning, so I'm going to kind of get straight into it. So chips, of course, are the kind of the thing that's quite contentious. It's like stuffing and brown bread in terms of how you make your own chips and all that sort of thing.
Really?
So what I've done, what types of
I didn't know
potatoes...
chips were contentious.
Well, there you have it.
Tell me, what are French fries, though?
Well, French fries are kind of like what I'd call the really, really thin kind of like shoestring
You've
ones.
obviously gone for those, given that it's World French Fries
Yeah,
Day.
I've thickened them up a small little bit.
yeah.
I've thickened them up a
We're
small
going for the
little
chunky Graignamanagh
Yeah,
version.
absolutely.
World
Yeah.
Chunky Chips Day. Right.
Absolutely. This is workplace harassment. Now, what I've done is I've used rooster potatoes. Roosters or Maris Pipers are really, really good type of potato to do. I have peeled them. I have cut them into the desired shape, and then I've left them soaking in water. Then I've rinsed off the water, and then I've left them soaking again. Then
Cool water.
in cold
you have
cold
to do all
water.
that?
Just kind of gets rid of the bit of the starch out of it. Then what I've done is I've drained them really well, so I've dried them really well, and I'm doing twice cooked. Now, twice cooked
twice
is
cooked
quite
chips,
popular
yeah.
at the minute. So I have blanched these this morning, so I've just cooked a few of them. I've blanched them in the really hot oil. I've lifted them, I've drained them really well, and I've let the oil heat back up, and now I'm going to drop those down, and I'm going to keep those cooking. Here I've got
Great little
some...
fryer,
it's a little
isn't it?
kind of a little portion one. You know the way everyone threw out their deep fat fryer? This is kind of like one or two
You
portions.
don't
full.
boil them. That's not double cooked.
you
Boil
don't.
them and then
no.
deep fat fry
Now,
them.
sometimes people would use leftover potatoes maybe to make a kind of like a sautéed potato or a chipped potato, but I'm happy enough just to do them like so. Now, I've got hot oil on here, so I'm going to talk to you about the cooking of the fish as well. So what I'm going to do is I've got some pieces of fish. So this is the kind of, as I said, it's the pane. Some people use a batter. I just think this is a much lighter version than a batter. So here I've got plain flour with salt and pepper, so just some seasoned flour. Here I've just got some egg and milk mixed together to act as a kind of like a glue or as an adhesive. And then I've also got some lovely breadcrumbs at the end. Now, consider maybe putting in some lemon zest into the breadcrumbs, some parmesan, some sesame seeds, some Cajun spice in there, or some dried herbs would be all lovely in there as well. They're coming along lovely.
Delish.
Now, here what I'm going to do, I'm going to work a little bit in reverse. Yeah, I'm going to work in reverse. Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm fine. So I've got little strips of fish here, so I'm just going to show you how to do those in just a second. And I'm just going to put those into the hot oil.
And what sort of, like, that's what, 2 inches of oil you kind of have
Yeah,
there,
now
is
I'm
it?
using these. You could do them in the deep fat fryer. I'm just kind of, as I said, trying to do with them a little
6
bit
is
kind of
enough.
separately
Karen
this
doesn't
morning.
want any.
Karen, honest to God, I'd say she'd eat myself for a little bit of fish. Now, keep those cooking nicely. So I'm just going to keep those. Can I just show you how to do those? The chips are nearly done. I was awake all night worrying about 2 loads of hot oil on Ireland AM.
Yeah,
I'll
the place
burn
going up and smoke.
I'll burn down the place. I'll be on the paper tomorrow burning it down.
How do you know when the fish is ready?
I'm going to show you that in 1 second now, Tommy, so bear with
you
me.
just wait?
OK, absolutely.
just want to eat it.
Give me a chance to tell you.
Eat the fish and
Now,
chips.
here what I've got. Look carefully now, folks. Unless you pass the exam, you're going to no fish.
What fish is it?
So I'm using a little bit of plaice and a little bit of whiting. I have a mixture. I've dipped that into the seasoned flour. I'm then dipping it into the egg and the breadcrumb. Okay.
Skin off.
Skin off, yeah. So just that everthing is ready to be eaten. And then what I'm going to do
Can I
is...
ask you, Edward,
One
just
second
why-
now.
Stop asking
Why
questions,
did you? No,
Alan.
but why do you
You're getting
mix?
in
Why are you
trouble.
mixing the fish?
Just to have a nice flavour of the different types of thin white fish. You could use all
Because
cod,
it's
you could use
World
haddock.
Different Fish Day.
Karen, come back over to me. Come back over to me. Look at this. You're not going to pass the exam. You're not going to pass the exam. I have passed mine. Now, look at that. That's nicely coated like that. And then when I'm leaving it into my tray, just make sure that you have a little bit of breadcrumbs on the bottom as well,
okay.
so that it's not going to kind of get overly dry. So you continue continue with that. Here, now, the number of the questions, the chips are done. I'm going to drain those. Tommy, you were asking about how the fish will just turn nice and golden brown. Look at how gorgeous that is.
Oh, okay, yeah, but if the oil's very hot, wouldn't it go brown anyway?
No, it will cook. But remember, it's very thin. I mean, fish cooks really, really quickly, and it is very thin. That hot oil will penetrate right through to the very centre of that. Here, then, I've just got a little bit of onion and garlic, which I've mixed with cream, okay, and I'm literally just going to boil that up, and that's going to be just like a lovely creamed peas. Now, sometimes people might puree that to do like a pea puree, but I just love it in the kind of the mixture. Now, here's my chips. Hear how lovely and crisp those are. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drain those out onto my kitchen paper. So just pop those onto some kitchen paper and just give them a really nice shake around on the kitchen paper to make sure that they're nice and dry. Okay, so really nice and dry. Then what I tend to do always is just season them in the kitchen, okay? So I'm going to put a little bit of salt on those just like so. I'm then going to drain my fish. So my fish is now ready to be drained. That's absolutely glorious.
Now,
lovely
I have to say, that's posh peas, because what have you got in there? You have cream and you have onions in your...
and I have onions and I have garlic, and then I'm just literally going to put a little bit of herb in there as well.
Okay, so no chilli powder
I've got a little
today.
bit of basil. No, I have actually declined since your last inculcation of my chilli. I've banned it now from the menu. I have banned it for a while.
Chilli flakes are gone, are they?
Chilli flakes are gone. I have done like everyone has done during the lockdown. I have reinvented myself.
Right, come on,
without
no
chilli.
more time. Let's stop talking.
Here we go.
Alan, let's get...
Now, here we go, just like that. There we go. We've got our lovely chips.
I love this idea. Is this just ordinary newspaper that you put a little bit of grease paper in the front of it?
Because I didn't want, you know, it to kind of people to think it was going to act as a contaminant, I actually just put the greaseproof paper or the parchment paper on the inside of that.
Where do your peas go, though?
I'm going to tell you now in 1 second.
All right, sir.
We're going to get in trouble.
You're going to get in trouble, absolutely.
Sorry, Edward.
And then what I've got is I've got just lovely little microgreens. These are all the way from
the microgreens.
No, you have to have the microgreens.
This
is the punishment. This is the punishment now. And then here I've got my lovely peas, just like that, and I'm going to serve those as a really nice side portion. Okay, and as I said, you can just
Karen's get the
peas.
peas.
Herbs are in there, and I have just given you a little bit of sweet chilli jam with that as well. So that's kind of your really nice fish and chips a la Edward.
Look at that. Seriously, lads.
Isn't it lovely?
Isn't that beautiful?
Now, I have plenty more fish and plenty more spuds here, so I'm guessing the next thing to do is keep going. This is like the Pancake Tuesday day. I think you kind of
just
keep lashing it out.
Chips because they look beautiful.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
Oh,
that
so
is
now
delicious.
you can see why World French Fries Day is worth celebrating.
Edward, look at
Isn't
that.
it gorgeous, Tommy?
Lovely.
Dip it into the chilli sauce there, and it's
actually,
lovely.
that's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Have I done a good job?
I shall be making that tonight myself. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.